All right, guys, we're live, Pokemon fam, YouTube fam. Hope you're all having a great night tonight, guys. So, we're going to go ahead and make a third part to this little series. I know in my last part, I did say that that was going to be the last video, but I didn't really feel right about that. So, I wanted to just go ahead and actually break down the numbers for you guys so you guys can see it firsthand. And then I can actually show you guys the actual analytics on eBay. Um, so before I break all this down, I definitely want you guys to stick around after I break all this down for you guys. I do have some words of wisdom towards the end of all this, so go ahead and stick around even after this breakdown of all the numbers and crunching in everything, right? So without further ado, guys, little side note though, I wanted to go ahead and just share this with you guys, but I ended up selling over 10K worth of sales and revenue the past month. And that's a milestone for my store. This is my first 10K month. And I'm quite happy with that. So I've been doing this for 2 years now. So it's taken me 2 years to get to a 5-figure month. So I'm actually quite happy with that. Seen a lot of progression. And now it's about continuously repeating this number over and over again for multiple months until finally, the time will come where I'm able to do 6 figures in a month. That's going to be the goal. Um, definitely, definitely gonna be a bigger challenge, but nonetheless, there's always gonna be a challenge from 1,000 to 10,000, then 10,000 to 100,000. So yeah. So I'm always setting my goals for myself, and I'm really happy with this milestone. So, anyways, look at these two categories right here, guys, because this is what's going to be the most important in this video. This is the analytics of the booster boxes. So if we can go back to this Word document, I sold a total of 48 booster boxes between Super Electric Booster Box and Terrastal Festival. It was 2 cases of Super Electric and 1 case for Terrastal. So the expenses and the cost of goods, guys. So I spent a total of $1,937 for the booster cases. And then eBay fees is going to be 12.35% for me because I'm a top rated seller. So I give a little bit of a discount. Plus a little upcharge fee that eBay charges on each transaction, which is going to be 40 cents. Shipping costs was actually really good. The total was $170 for all the orders. I ended up fulfilling 25 orders during this little run because people were just ordering multiple boxes, so multiple quantity. So per order, I only spent about $6.80. I know on YouTube there is a lot of people that say that you can't make a profit on selling on eBay, which is false because this shipping right here, you're saying to yourself, well, how are you getting this shipping? Like, this is really cheap. Well, good news, guys. When you sell on eBay, eBay actually gives you a really good discount. The discount for me, I mean, I don't know what it is for new sellers, but for me, I get about 40% off on every single label that I print. So I'm not paying full price for shipping, right? So for every single order, not just like booster boxes, just every single order, it's a discount, massive discount. So if you sell on eBay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. eBay gives you really good discounts by using USPS labels. So only paid $6.80 on average per order. And then my shipping supplies on average was about $1.50. That's the box, that's the shipping paper, the bubble wrap, and everything like that. So total revenue was $3,000, over $3,000. I can go ahead and show you guys the analytics. So if you look at the revenue numbers, right here. So yeah, these revenue numbers, you total all this up, and that's going to leave you $3,000. And then net sales. So let's look at the net sales really quick. So after, let's see. So if we take, yeah, so total revenue over $3,000. 25 orders times 1.5, blah, 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 and then net profit is going to be $2,000, $2,232.50. That is going to include, the cost of goods, fees and the shipping cost, and the dollar amount on per order, which is going to leave this total right here. If we go back to my analytics, if you total this up for net sales, you're going to get that total number. And if you take this number, right, this is the net profit, minus the actual booster boxes, that's going to leave you $200 or $295.5 and then the profit margin is going to be 9.8%. So I'm actually really happy with this margin. I'm actually pretty happy with this profit margin. Typically selling Japanese booster boxes, you're going to get anywhere from 5 to 13% profit margins when you're selling sealed product on eBay. I don't know how it is for selling on a website, but for eBay, you're looking about anywhere from 5 to 13%. So I'm really happy with this. Really grateful for that. Um, Now, the mistake that I made for this time around was I didn't buy enough Terrastal Festival because Terrastal Festival actually is is skyrocketing in price. I can't get cheap Terrastal anymore. Um, it's gonna be like anywhere from like $75 per box to get it from Japan, and then like right now on eBay, retail, if you want to call it retail, market price on eBay, it's selling for anywhere from 90 to almost $100 now a box. So it's really expensive. And like I said in my last video, I'm not buying this uh, during this peak because it's continuously just pumping, right? And you never want to buy it as it's pumping because there's going to come a time where it's going to drop back down in price. Whether they come out with another reprint or it loses the type, whatever the case may be, this will eventually get cheaper, in my own honest opinion. And long term, this will be a great add on for just long term selling because I will sell this eventually, but I'm just not going to sell it now. When the price does drop, I will sell on my eBay page down the road. So, and Super Electric is a stable price point for me right now, so I am buying a lot more Super Electric at this point. Um, so yeah, I'm really happy and I'm excited with that. So, and then just a words of wisdom, guys. So I did get a lot of negativity on my last couple videos about the profit margins. I don't know what it is. I lost like I think like 7 like subscribers after the second part of this little series. Let me go ahead and blow up my screen a little up really quick so you guys can see me. But I literally got like 7 people that unfollowed me, and I got like a lot of like comments of people saying like, "Wow, like the margins are thin, like you're barely making any margin because of taxes and fees." And you know, I just don't understand that mindset. Now, the person that is saying that is correct, right? The margins are, I guess, thin. In my opinion, they're not thin because, you know, if I'm not selling high amounts of volume of this stuff, then sure, you're not making any money. The good news about Pokemon is that it's extremely liquid. Uh, so getting rid of this stuff, selling this stuff, like it sells pretty quick. I mean, I'm almost at 6,000 lifetime sales. That doesn't even include TCG Player because before I got banned off TCG Player from selling on TCG Player, I think I had like over 1,500 like lifetime sales on TCG Player. So I've almost done almost 10,000 like lifetime orders in my whole, selling Pokemon, reselling Pokemon. And yeah, like the volume builds pretty quickly. The more capital that you have, the more volume you're going to get. And I just don't understand the mindset behind people's just like what goes through their mind. Because what is the better opportunity? What is like the next best thing? Okay, you don't want to start this business. Okay, for example, let's say you don't want to do this. Okay, cool. You don't like the margins. Cool. If it's not for you, it's not for you, right? Reselling Pokemon. Okay, you can invest in Pokemon. Okay. The problem with investing is that you're gonna have to wait a while. You're gonna have to buy the product and you're gonna have to sit on it for a long time. Not that long, but maybe anywhere from 3 to 4 years until you start seeing high appreciation on your boxes. Now, there's gonna be a lot of people out there that are gonna say, that's too long. I don't want to wait that long. Okay, so what's the next best opportunity? You want to invest in the stock market? Year over year in the S&P is 10% a year. People are going to be like, oh, 10%. Nah, that sucks. No, 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 no. There has to be something better. Okay, so what's the next best thing? You want to invest in real estate? Real estate's a completely different animal, right? And there's a lot of pros and cons of real estate, right? There's a lot of, you have to have a lot of startup capital. You have to have good credit to get a loan. And if you want to accumulate real estate, you're going to have to, accumulate, good amount of debt, right? Good amount of debt, the more debt you're able to accumulate through real estate, you can use that in your own power to accumulate more. But the more you accumulate, the more risk you're putting onto your real estate portfolio, right? That's a whole completely different video about real estate. But again, that takes a lot of work. right? That's a lot of work. So what's the next best thing? Okay, you want to invest in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, right? Okay. Well, the problem with that is that it's extremely volatile. People can't handle the volatility of Bitcoin. So, you know, people just can't stomach that. So, what's the next best thing? You get what I'm saying, right? Like people are always like that mindset, everyone's always looking for the next best thing, the next best thing, the next best thing. Most people cannot stick with one thing and get really good at that one thing. And this right here, guys, reselling Pokemon, this is not a job. This is not a career. I look at this as an opportunity. Okay. The millions upon millions of dollars that you see wealthy people that accumulate over a long period of time, they don't work regular jobs. Those people that accumulate that amount of wealth. You know what they ended up doing? They ended up looking at opportunities and they seize opportunities at the time that they think that it's a good opportunity. And that's how people are able to capitalize on opportunities because the opportunities are either going to turn into an extra stream of income or it's going to turn into a capital gain. And I just don't understand people's mindset when people unfollowed me because I was giving you actual data of actual uh, profit margins. I don't know any other channel out there that actually reveals the actual profit margins. I might be the only channel. Find me another Pokemon channel that is a business channel that literally goes into profit margins. Right? I'm giving you transparency. I'm being honest with you. That way you're not wasting your time, right? So, um, I just wanted to go ahead and just throw that out there. Yeah. So other than that, I do appreciate the support. My channel's growing extremely fast. I think I'm probably going to be able to hit 1,500 subscribers here by the end of the year. So I'm really happy with that. Happy with all the, nonetheless, with all the people, like the few people that left the channel, like I'm not bothered by that at all. I was just quite surprised that people were just getting mad that I'm just being honest, which is crazy. So, but hey, it is what it is. You're free to do whatever you want, right? So, um, but whoever has stuck around on this channel, I really do appreciate it. To continue to stick around because I'm going to continue to give you meat and potatoes on this channel. I want to give you guys the best value as I possibly can on this channel, without any fluff. And yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.